The way most BCBAs are taught to build their careers almost guarantees burnout. We're funneled straight into models that demand more and more time, insurance-based services, school-based contracts, or direct service delivery, while giving us less and less freedom. And what's worse is that most of us don't even realize there are other options. We stay stuck in the role that we're in. We trade time for money. We chase those billable hours. And we wonder why, no matter how hard we work, the life we imagine still feels out of reach. But here's the truth that no one talks about. You can build something different. You can design a business that fits your life, not the other way around. And you don't have to leap off a cliff to do it. You can start small. You can build alongside your current work. You can test your ideas safely while maintaining the stability and income that you need. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. If you stick with me, you're going to leave this knowing how to map out a business that supports your life and the one that you want, and how to start building it in a way that's sustainable, aligned, and fully your own. And here's something most people miss. True business freedom isn't about what you offer. It's also about what you protect. We're going to come back to that in just a minute. Before we talk about business models, offers, or ideal customers, we need to flip the process, because here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They build the business first, and then they try to fit their life around it. That's how so many well-meaning BCBAs end up trapped in businesses that burn them out just as fast as the jobs that they left behind. But you can reverse this. You can design the life you want first, and then build a business that supports it. That's where freedom by design starts. So take a deep breath. Forget about what you should be doing or what everyone else is building, and picture this. If your business could support your best life, what would that actually look like for you? Now, let's get concrete. Ask yourself, how many hours do you really want to work each week? How much flexibility do you want with your schedule? How do you want to feel at the end of every day? And how much income do you want and need to support your goals? And what kind of creative or professional freedom matters to you? And one of my favorite questions to ask is actually, what do you want more of in life? And what do you want less of? You are allowed to build a business that supports what you value, not just what your past employers have valued for you, not what the field says you should do, not even what other business owners around you are doing. Your version of success is valid, and it's yours to design. Throughout this video, I'm going to give you a few specific steps you can take to get started right away. So here's your first mini exercise that I want you to do so that you can actually start taking steps to designing a business around the life that you want to create. So go ahead and grab a notebook or open a note at the Notes app on your phone or on your computer and write this one simple sentence and fill in the blank. My business will support a life where I blank. Don't overthink it. It could be about flexibility, creativity, family time, income, or something that's entirely your own. For example, you might write something like, my business will support a life where I work part-time and still have time to hike with my family every weekend. Or maybe something like this, where I'm able to take a month off each summer to travel. Or even where I only take on clients and projects that truly align with my values. There's no right answer here, just what matters to you. And in a few minutes, I'm going to show you how to test your business ideas while maintaining your income and your lifestyle. You don't have to leap overnight, and you'll actually be more successful if you don't. Now that you've started defining what freedom looks like for you, we need to talk about what might get in your way, because most BCBAs aren't just trapped in their schedule. They're trapped by their beliefs about what's possible for them. And those beliefs are often invisible. You don't even realize you've picked them up until they start holding you back. and until somebody points them out to you. So let's bust a few of the biggest ones right now. But if you want to dive deeper into it, I do have another video all about that topic. But for now, here's your first false belief. And that's that you have to go all in to start a business. Nope, you don't. You can build your business gradually on the side while staying in your current work or shifting to part-time or work as an independent contractor. In fact, this is often the smartest path. Freedom isn't about jumping off a cliff. It's about building a bridge from where you currently are in your career to where you want to be. And the second false belief is that your business has to be related to ABA. I'm going to say no to this one too. Your business can be in any area where you have high proficiency and can provide value. ABA can be part of it, but it doesn't have to be the whole story. I've seen BCBAs build businesses around leadership training, parent coaching, fitness coaching, professional development, teacher training, digital products, retreats, systems consulting, and more. And here's an example of how you could shift if this belief is holding you back. Let's say you love working with families, but you don't want to start another ABA business. You could build a parent coaching program that teaches skills around family routines, communication, and reducing stress. You're still using your behavior analysis skills, but in a way that's outside the traditional ABA model and more aligned with your values and the tasks that you want to be doing. Many BCBAs could take this path. And here's false belief number 3. And that's that you have to stay in insurance-funded or school-based services to use your BCBA certification. And again, I'm going to say no to this one. Your skills are highly transferable, and many customers outside of traditional ABA channels are really excited and eager for what you can offer them, whether that's teaching strategies, leadership tools, behavior coaching, or systems thinking. And here's false belief number 4. If you want freedom, you have to build a huge business. I say no to this one too. You do not need a giant company to build freedom. In fact, often the bigger you scale quickly, the faster you lose the freedom you were chasing in the first place. You can design a lean, flexible, freedom-first business that grows sustainably around the life that you want, not the other way around. And there's one more hidden trap I see over and over when BCBAs start building, one that can quietly steal your freedom, even if you get all the other pieces right. So stay with me, and we're going to talk about that soon. You have to balance the life you want to build with the needs of your ideal customer. Because here's the truth. Not every business model matches every customer, and not every customer is right for every kind of work that you want to do. If you skip this step, you could end up building a business that looks great on paper, but drains your time and your energy and your joy. And that defeats the whole purpose. So here's how you do it. Start by asking yourself, what kind of work do you want to do? And how do you want to spend your days? Maybe you want to create digital resources and have more asynchronous income. Or maybe you want to teach, train, or coach. Or maybe you want to build and sell systems or facilitate live experiences like retreats or workshops, or license your expertise to different companies. And just as important, what kind of work do you not want to do? Maybe you don't want to manage a team. Maybe you don't want to run an ABA clinic. Maybe you don't want to work with insurance at all, and that's allowed. Next, who is your ideal customer and what do they need? And think about this one. What problem are they trying to solve on their own? How do they want to get access to a solution to that problem? Will they value the kind of work that you want to do? Is there alignment between what I want to create and what they are willing to pay for? And here's an example. If you want to create an on-demand digital product, but your ideal customer needs high-touch, one-to-one coaching, then there's a mismatch. You either need to adjust the model or the offer or the audience. And here's an example of how you could shift if your first idea doesn't match what your audience wants. Suppose you want to create a self-paced online course, but as you start talking to potential customers, you find that they're looking for more live interaction and personal support. Instead of scrapping the idea, you could add a live Q&A call or a small group session to make the offer a better fit. This is a common shift and one that helps you serve your audience without abandoning the lifestyle that you want to build. And here's a key question I want you to ask yourself. With the type of work you want to do, produce something that your ideal customer will value and benefit from. So here's your next mini exercise. I want you to write down the sentence and fill in the blanks. Write this down. I want to build a business where I do blank for people who need blank. And if you're already thinking, but what if my idea is too niche or too different or other people are already doing it? Don't worry. There's a simple way to test your offer before you commit fully. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. But now I want you to think about what your first aligned offer might be. What's the very first way you can help someone through the kind of work you want to be doing in a way that also supports your lifestyle and goals? And here's the key. I want you to start small. You want to validate the idea first. That way you learn what resonates with people, what people value, and how you can refine it over time before you invest a ton of time or money up front. So how do you choose your first offer? I want you to start by thinking, what problem is my ideal customer already trying to solve? How would I love to help them solve that problem? And how much time do I want to spend delivering a solution to that problem? And also, does this fit the life that I want to build? So here's an example. If you want flexibility and creativity, maybe your first offer is a digital toolkit. It could be a paid guide or template pack, a short course, or even a licensing offer. Or if you love teaching live, maybe it's a workshop, or it could be a one-on-one strategy session, or it could be a cohort-based program, or even a paid group call. And here's an example of how you could shift if you're feeling stuck about where to start. Instead of trying to build an entire curriculum or membership, you could start with something small, just a little resource like a parent coaching guide or a planning template for BCBAs. And test that small offer, and it helps you learn what resonates and what sells without overwhelming yourself or risking too much time and energy up front. So here's your next mini exercise. I want you to write the sentence down and fill in the blanks. My first aligned offer will be blank and will help people blank. Remember, some of the most successful freedom-based businesses start with offers that are so simple they'd surprise you. I'm going to share a few examples you can borrow from, so stick with me. But here's that bonus false belief that I promised earlier. And this false belief is that structure will limit your freedom. This one's sneaky because if you're already feeling boxed in by schedules, billing requirements, or corporate red tape, the last thing you want is more structure. But here's the shift. The right kind of structure doesn't restrict your freedom, it actually protects it. Think of it like this. If you don't decide how your time and energy get spent, someone else or something else will decide that for you. Now, maybe it's your clients, maybe it's your inbox, maybe it's your own anxiety about not doing enough, but that's why building a freedom-first business means getting intentional about the structure you want to create, not rigid schedules, not endless SOPs, but just enough system to protect your time, your energy, and your boundaries. And here's what that might look like. You could use time blocking on the days that you don't work your regular job. You can choose one offer, one audience, and one path, at least to get started. You can automate or use templates for what you repeat often, so you can spend your time where it counts. And here's an example of how you can shift if this belief is holding you back. So let's say that you hate the idea of creating a calendar for your business because it feels too controlling. But what if you reframed it as a freedom map? Maybe you block Monday mornings for hiking or coffee with a friend and only take calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That simple system gives you more actual freedom than waking up every day feeling reactive or behind. So if freedom has felt chaotic or overwhelming, this is your cue to make that shift. The right systems don't box you in, they actually set you free. And here's how you can get started with all of this. First, remember to validate before you scale. Test your first offer with a small group of ideal customers. You can find lots of people on Facebook, in Facebook groups, who are excited to try new resources. You can offer it to colleagues or share it with a trusted group, or you can reach out to other people personally. The goal is simple. See if people say yes, see what feedback you get, and see what lights you up about delivering it. Then protect your energy. Don't rush to add layers just because someone else has a funnel or a membership or a huge project suite. Your first goal is proof of concept. One person helped is success. 10 people helped is momentum. And third, adjust slowly. As you get traction, you can gradually add another offer or refine pricing, expand marketing, or shift your work hours as your business income grows. And here's an example of how you could shift if you start getting traction and feel the urge to do more. If your first offer starts selling well, your instinct might be to add more offers, more platforms, more promotions, but you could instead focus on stacking value intentionally, turning your first product into a bundle or offering a deeper version of what's already working. This keeps your business lean and aligned with the freedom you're building, rather than accidentally recreating the same treadmill you were trying to escape before. And when you see those first few people say yes, you'll know you're building a business that supports your life, not one that drains it. You've validated your first aligned offer. You've helped your first few people. Now, how do you grow without losing the freedom you're building? And here's the truth. Sustainable growth is about doing more of what works and less of what doesn't, not just doing more. Start with what worked. Ask, what did people love about my offer? What feedback did I get? What parts felt aligned with what I want to be doing? And what parts drained me? Then stack value intentionally. Maybe it's a part 2 of your offer, or it could be a bundle, a group experience, a licensing option, a premium version with extra support. But do it gradually. Let each layer build on the last and protect your freedom. Every growth decision is also a freedom decision. Before you add anything, ask, will this give me more freedom or will it take it away? And there's one more mindset shift that I want you to hear. Your business can and should evolve over time. You're not locked into the first version of your idea or your first idea at all. As your life changes, your values will shift. As you learn, you're going to create new ideas. Your ideal customer might evolve over time. Your offers can and should evolve too. Freedom by design isn't a one-time decision. It's an ongoing practice of choosing alignment over hustle again and again. You do not have to build a business that burns you out. You do not have to quit your job tomorrow. You do not have to create another ABA company if that's not what lights you up. You can build a business that supports the life you want. You can design it on your terms, and you can build it gradually while keeping your stability. And the most sustainable businesses I see started with one other helpful offer. It served one group really well and only expanded once that foundation felt aligned. So here's your next step. Choose one thing you'll do this week to move forward. Maybe it's talking to one ideal customer. It could be outlining your first offer. Maybe it's setting aside an hour to explore your idea and research what else might be available. It could be writing your I want to build a business where I do blank for people who need blank sentence. Could be testing your first offer with one person. You don't have to map the whole business today. You just need one small aligned step. And if you want support as you map this out, if you want help designing a business that truly fits your life, I'd love to have you inside Beyond Boundaries Freedom Frameworks. It's where I help BCBAs build aligned, freedom-first businesses they actually love without sacrificing their income or their well-being. You are allowed to build a business that supports your life. You are allowed to take your time. You are allowed to build small, aligned, and strong. You are allowed to design success on your own terms. One person helped, one aligned offer, one intentional step. That's where it starts, and everything else grows from there.